Dear viewers, welcome back to the analysis of Yoleno TV. I'd like to start us off by thanking you so much for all those who've been supporting us until we've reached this level. If it hadn't been for you, we wouldn't have made it this far, and I'd like to say I'm so grateful for the support that you've accorded us. So, in this analysis, I'd like to bring us something very, very important, and this is something that has been doing the rounds in the better part of last week, that is from Saturday, Sunday, and it's all about this total man, Ruto's total man. If you go back to history, from the days of Moi, to the days of Kibaki, and the days of Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, then you realize that in each and every one of these presidents had someone they called a total man. But of the three, we find that it is only Nicholas Biwott that was very, very powerful. You could not utter a word about Nicholas Biwott. I remember there's a time when I was in high school, Nicholas Biwott toured the place, and it was so funny. He contributed a check, and this check bounced, and nobody could talk about that check. That's how powerful Nicholas Biwott was. So in this Ruto's government, FOROUK KIBET's name has surfaced in many and many occasions. Before KWANZA won the election, I remember Susan Kihika complaining about FOROUK KIBET.
Kabisa. Kwa hivyo wewe Rabuku nakuambia, na I hope anaona, na kama haoni mtoe clip mwenye namjua mtumie. Amwambie mimi hauwezi nitisha my friend. Hauwezi nitisha. Hata ukinunua hawa wananchi bado wataendelea. Na wewe ni takataka. Hauwezi kuja hapa Nakuru ufikirie utafanya venye unataka. Na kama kazi yako ni kuchukua orders from above my friend, there is a day that will come and you will have to answer for your actions. Na siku moja utaenda mpaka ICC. Shetani ashindwe. Takataka ya mtu.
And that time, I think there was a complaint that maybe FOROUK KIBET was trying to bar Susan Kihika from, from contesting the governorship, or some kind of biasness. So Susan Kihika mentioned things to do with biasness, but that was just then. But in the latest event that was in Washington Gishu, the Thanksgiving prayer session in Washington Gishu, where the likes of Ndindi Nyoro, Moses Wetangula, Rigathi Gachagua, and a host of other leaders indirectly complained about FOROUK KIBET.
Asante sana.
Wewe FOROUK, wacha kuharibu maneno yangu wewe. Hata kabla niongee ile yetu ya nchi, wacha niwaambie watu wa Koilel. Vile Murkomen amesema, hii mtu anaitwa FOROUK. Mimi naona ofisi ya FOROUK hata ni ile ya rais wetu wa Kenya. Kwa sababu huwezi fikia rais FOROUK akisema no. Hata huyu deputy rais na rafiki yangu kufikia yeye FOROUK lazima aseme yes.
There was a time Wetangula said that FOROUK KIBET is a mini president. That was the message was so strong, because why would someone call a mini president? That means we expected that term to be used on, like Rigathi Gachagua, because the Rigathi Gachagua is the second in command. But if that term is used on FOROUK KIBET, that means FOROUK KIBET could be powerful than even Rigathi Gachagua in terms of Ruto's structure. Ruto is the president of the Republic of Kenya, but Ruto has a right to retain his kitchen cabinet. And FOROUK KIBET is a very, very strong person within the Ruto's administration who does not have an office. That is the most interesting part about FOROUK KIBET. Analysts talk about FOROUK KIBET, but none of the analysts has given a biography or a history of FOROUK KIBET. So I've taken my time, done a research, and I'd like to give you a brief history of who FOROUK KIBET is. But before I do that, please, if you're a first-time viewer and you haven't subscribed to our channel, please just take a humble time and subscribe to this channel. That is the only way you get to support us. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let us delve deep into this history, or into this biography, a small biography of FOROUK KIBET. So, FOROUK KIBET's full name is FOROUK Tegit KIBET, and he rose from nowhere to the inner circles of power. His shadowy character and operations has left people wagging their tongues. For the last 4 years, FOROUK has been considered the point man and top aide to Deputy President William Ruto. He is mostly the one who determines the fate of those seeking to see the DP, and either at his office or elsewhere. The Deputy President's personal aide is a smooth operator who keeps a watchful eye, taking in every detail for subsequent review at the DP's functions. So FOROUK mentally notes the who is who and who says what. He spots out fellow power brokers in the crowd for future engagements. So the public got a glimpse of FOROUK KIBET when his name featured in the public over allegations of receiving money from a suspect in the NYS 791 million scandal. So FOROUK was also mentioned by the ICC prosecutor Fatou Bensouda for alleged involvement in the 2007 post-election violence. Bensouda claimed that FOROUK stormed the Eldoret police station at the height of the violence. So she also accused him of tampering with ICC witnesses in the debacle that was the case against the DP at The Hague. FOROUK's academic background is hazy. The man is said to have attended Chepkemel Primary School, but few can pinpoint which high school he attended. A palatial home in Eldoret with a protruding red roof, palm trees, intimidating gate, high brick wall, and an electric fence gives a glimpse of the man's taste. This is supposedly his home. And most people do not know final details about his academic history. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think from that brief detail, you can tell why the likes of Rigathi Gachagua considers FOROUK KIBET as one of those people who is so strong, so powerful than even Nicholas Biwott status. You remember Rigathi Gachagua was a DO during the Moi era, and Rigathi Gachagua knows how strong Nicholas Biwott was back then. But FOROUK KIBET is more powerful, is going to be stronger than the total man Nicholas Biwott. I think that's the reason why Ndindi Nyoro and Wetangula are also finding it very difficult to work with William Samoei Ruto, considering the fact that FOROUK KIBET factor must come as, a barrier between, them and the President of the Republic of Kenya. They will not be able to access the President the way they used to access the President during those public rallies. Perhaps that realization has dawned on Ndindi Nyoro, has dawned on Wetangula, has dawned on Rigathi Gachagua, that they will not be able to access William Samoei Ruto the way they expected. Because William Samoei Ruto is now a very busy person, a person who is not the President of the Republic of Kenya, and he has the nation's interest at his heart. Now, for that reason, William Samoei Ruto will not be accessible the way they expected. And maybe some of the time, they will be forced to access FOROUK KIBET to give the details they would like to give the President, the details to FOROUK KIBET, so that FOROUK KIBET can take his time and channel those details to William Samoei Ruto, because he is the total man within the William Samoei Ruto circle, that he is William Samoei Ruto's point man and the right-hand man of the President. Dear ladies and gentlemen, do you think that Rigathi Gachagua will find it, the relationship between Rigathi Gachagua and the President will be rosy going forward, considering what you had in that Thanksgiving prayer session in Washington Gishu? Don't you think that that was an indirect complaint lodged to the President of the Republic of Kenya during that event, that we are forced to go through FOROUK KIBET for us to access the President of the Republic of Kenya? Don't you think that that was a deliberate complaint by the gentlemen in that rally? Kindly share what you think below the comment section there, and I promise to go through each and every comment and respond to them. As usual, I would like to urge you, if you're a first-time viewer or if you're a regular viewer, also subscribe. Please take a moment and subscribe to our channel. And as usual, I'd like to urge you to stay safe and stay blessed until we meet again for more analysis.